Hi guys! So if you clicked on the video, then you should know what this is going to be about. I am going to be talking about the Joker movie, and if you haven't seen it already and you don't want it spoiled or anything like that, go. Like just go and come back, after you've seen it, go, save it for later, bookmark it, do whatever you gotta do. But don't watch this if you don't want it spoiled, because I'm definitely gonna save some spoilers. So Joker movie. Was it good? Was it bad? It wasn't. It's a very different movie. I'll start off by saying that it's definitely a different movie. I feel like it's more of a art piece, if you will. It's not really, I feel like it's like pretty much not a comic book movie whatsoever. It just, to simplify it, I feel like it's a movie that just kind of took the name of Joker and slapped it on this whole other person and called it a day. That's like the simplest way that I can describe it. So I went to see it Monday. Today's Thursday. It comes out Friday. Not Monday. I didn't go see it Monday. I saw it Tuesday. Today's Thursday. It comes out Friday. So I've had like a good day and a half to kind of sit and process the movie, and talk about it with my friend a little bit. And I think we both came to the consensus that we were not impressed. It's not a bad movie. It's not a bad movie. It's a very the cinematography is good, the acting is done pretty well, but for a movie that has the Joker in it, it's not all that. You know what I'm saying? He's not the Joker in any sense. He's just not. So basically, even before watching the movie, I had a hunch that it was gonna be like this, and it pretty much is like this. So now bear with me. So you remember the Catwoman movie, yes? You seen that movie? And you know how it uses her name, but not really her likeness at all? Not really. What did she do in that movie? I remember she was eating tuna, and she was jumping on tables and stuff, and she was rubbing her nose all up in some catnip and shit. She was, girl, if you were somebody who didn't read comics or wasn't about that life whatsoever, then you probably wouldn't care that she was rubbing her nose in catnip and all that fun stuff, because you're oh well, it does say Catwoman, so she's a woman, that's cat, blase blase, putting two and two together. I get that. But if you're somebody who has read comics and stuff and is about that life, and you see her over there rubbing catnip all on her nose, you're what the fuck is this? What are y'all doing? No, that's not Catwoman. What are you doing? That's pretty much how the Joker movie is, in a sense. He's not doing anything particularly cringy like that, okay? It's a well done movie. It's just, he's not really Joker. And up until I guess the last maybe 20 minutes or so of the movie is when he finally gets to do some Joker shit. So for a good chunk of the movie, you're watching this sad, distraught person go through hell and back and all this mess and have mental breakdowns and shit, but never actually start getting into the groove of Joker stuff until later on. It's oof. Also, another thing I didn't like was that you know, they give the Joker like a whole identity, and he has somewhat of a backstory and a life and like all this other stuff, and like, we don't need that. No, not really. Like, it's just, we don't need any of that. Like, I don't need to know his name. I don't need to know his mom. I don't need to know his connections to anything. Like, it's really not important. Like, we don't need it. So, yeah, I don't know what Warner Brothers was thinking. Maybe they were hoping that, you know, just cash in on some extra funds, seeing as how, like, the whole, like, Justice League shit just pretty much fell through, but yeah, they're still pumping out mediocre movies, not gonna lie to you. Like, the Joker, I mean, it's filmed well, what makes you think that it's a good movie, but then if you just, like, pay attention to what's going on and you're like, it's okay. So, yeah. If I had to rate that movie, it would be, I said a 7 out of 10 just because it's shot really well, but if it wasn't as aesthetically, like, if it wasn't as visually pleasing as it was, I probably wouldn't give it a 7. I would give it like a 5, if that's being nice. And one more thing that I want to talk about is like the excessive dancing. Like, he danced like a lot, and I wasn't a fan of that. Like, there was excessive dancing and there was excessive laughing. Now, the laughing part, that was due to his like mental illness, but then you find out, oh, it wasn't a mental illness. There was nothing wrong with him. So, mental illness. Yeah, so it was just like a lot of laughing. And I mean, props to the guy. I can't pronounce his name, so I'm not even gonna attempt. But props to the guy for like doing that, because there were parts where it seemed like it hurt his throat. He was laughing so much. So I was like, all right, I see you. I see your acting skill, Mr. Phoenix. I see you. But acting skills aside, like, honestly, shut the hell up. I think there was a part in the movie, too, where he was, like, doing all that excessive-ass laughing, and one of his neighbors was just like, shut up! Like, thank you. Somebody said it. You need to shut the fuck up. Oh my god. So, yeah. Too much laughing going on. And plus, like, once he, like, clicked, I guess, into, like, Joker mode, then that laughing, like, it cut it down, all the way down. So, there's that. Yeah, and the dancing was just a bit much. Like, I understand Joker, you know, he's silly and he, you know, does this, but it was just like too much all the time. Every time you turn around, he's just doing his little whatevers, and I'm just like, can you not? And I think if they would have cut like most of the dancing out, the movie would probably be like 20 minutes shorter, honestly. And that was another thing about the movie, like, it's just really drawn out. Like, it takes forever for stuff to happen, and I'm just like, oh my god, are we done? So yeah, there's that too. Yeah, so I hope I covered all the bits. Oh wait, no, I didn't. So another point. I know my points are all over the place. Bear with me. But another point is the whole Thomas Wayne thing. Now, I mean, obviously, my parents are dead. So, like, you don't know crap about Bruce Wayne's parents for, like, 90% of the time. Because, why? They're dead. That's the whole point. But, like, in that movie, like, they made Thomas Wayne to seem like some type of asshole. And, I mean, in Batman Begins, he wasn't an asshole. And so, taking the Nolan trilogy to heart, you know, that all of that movie, all of those movies are like, you know, canon history. They're etched in stone. And as far as, you know, Batman Begins is concerned, yeah, Thomas Wayne wasn't an asshole. But in this movie, they made him an asshole. And then they tried to, like, relate him and the Joker. And I'm like, that's a big no-no. And also another thing that my friend like picked up on was like the Joker in this movie is like old. He's like pushing 40 if he's not 40 already. And Bruce Wayne is still like in school. Like this is like pre my parents are dead. So like he's still a little kid. He's nowhere near being Batman yet. So I don't know. It just fucked up the whole entire continuity of how things go. But like I said, they probably pulled a Catwoman, you know, where it's just like not comic book canon whatsoever. If you're a regular person, you wouldn't care, but like anybody who's ever watched a Batman movie or whatever is probably like, what the fuck is this? So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just an okay movie. That's all I'm gonna say about that. It's just an okay movie. I wouldn't go to the movie theaters and watch it by any means because the movie theaters is too expensive and I don't think that movie is worth $15. No ma'am. Go catch it on matinee. Go watch it at the Dollar Movie Theater. Wait for it to like, you know, rent it for, I don't know, $5 on the, what's it called? Not Netflix. What's that streaming thing? You can rent it online for like $5-7. Just rent it online or some shit. But like, I wouldn't pay that much to go see it. Unfortunately, because it's just like not worth your time. I can say that much. Unless you're like a film buff and you can appreciate like that artistic, you know, all of that. But I didn't watch it for artistic shit. I watched it to watch the Joker kill people, and he doesn't kill that many people. So, there's that. I wish he killed more people, but he didn't. So, womp womp. Yeah, so that's all I gotta say about that. I'm running out of sunlight, so I gotta wrap this up. Yeah, so that's what I thought about the Joker movie. It was alright. You know, definitely not my Joker at all. Just 86. No. If you've seen it already, tell me what you think. Ooh, excuse me. If you haven't seen it already, tell me what you think. Yeah, and I will see y'all next time. Ciao.